Hi everybody and welcome to Hard Ass Reviews, and today I'm going to talk about smartwatches, and in the main, one smartwatch. This. Now, over the last couple of years, I've always been into wearable tech. For the last couple of years, I've kept my eye on wearable tech over the last couple of years, especially wearable tech that can be suitable for the blind and partially sighted. And recently I had the LG Watch R, which is a lovely, well crafted smartwatch by LG, and the updated version of that is the LG Urbane, and you have the Moto 360. So Android have cornered the market in smartwatches, and they were really the first to push smartwatches. Samsung came with the Samsung Gear range. You now have the Samsung Gear S range. So they were coming first, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to test some of these things, because wearable tech is definitely something that is going to catch on. Now, a lot of people have been standing off to one side, and I'll admit I stood off to one side, and I asked the question, who the hell wants wearable tech? What's the point of it? But there is a point if you get the right device. And the Apple Watch is the right device. And I've had, I think over the last 2 years, I've had about 4 smartwatches. I had a Samsung Gear, I had the LG G Watch R, I had the G Watch, the first square-faced, rectangular-faced LG watch, and now I have the Apple Watch Sport. Now, I've been literally going mad, and I've been driving my partner mad, because we keep trading and trading and trading, and I trade devices because I can't afford to buy lots of devices, so I usually have to trade a tablet and something else, or a tablet and a phone, or 2 phones or something, in order to get the money together to acquire, you know, what it is I want to get, which is this Apple Watch. Now, when the Apple Watches came out, the Apple Watch Sport started at £350, and thank goodness it is no longer £350. It's way lower than that. And I picked up my model for around half the price. And it is an amazing watch, because this is in terms of the blind and partially sighted. People say, well, what do you want a watch to do? I know some people want notifications, and you want notifications and you want instant response. So I would say notifications, instant response. You want to be able to respond instantly, and it's kind of like an ease of use. Let's call it ease of use. You want ease of use. You want to be able to get to things quickly and respond to things quickly. Now, to sighted people, the Moto 360, Asus Zen Watch, there's just a long list of great Android Wear watches out there, but none of them are backed by Android TalkBack, which is their software package for the blind and partially sighted, which annoys the hell out of me, because Apple's version, which is VoiceOver, has been on their devices since the iPhone 360, the iPhone 3GS, iPhone 360, the iPhone 3GS. That's when the VoiceOver package, and from then on they've rolled it out on everything. It's on all Apple Macs, it's on all iPads, all iPad minis, all iPods. And it's about time that TalkBack got their act together. So finally I settled on the Apple Watch, and it is amazing. It is amazing. And I've been looking for a device. The last device I think that really did blow my mind, where I thought that is a life changer, I think was the very first iPad I got. I mean, to be honest, it probably was the 3GS. I had the 3GS, and then I moved on to the iPhone 4S. But I've had various phones and stuff, but this Apple Watch has blown my mind, because it allows you to do more than any other watch. It looks good, and it has the VoiceOver it has the voiceover feature on it. Now, if I raise it up here and if I tap it, now it tells me now I've got a clock face on here, and it's just told me that it's 16:02. Yeah, it's 16:02 and 27 seconds. Now it's probably too quiet for yourselves to hear, but that is the voiceover feature with Explore by Touch. So you can run your finger around the screen in exactly the same way as you would do on an iPad, an iPod Touch, an iPad Mini, iPad Air, all their devices, and it is outrageous that TalkBack Android, another international monster of a tech company, have not rolled out TalkBack across their wearable tech. They should have done it, and it's outrageous, and that's why every blind and partially sighted person I know uses Apple products. And to be honest, Android have really shot themselves in the foot in that respect, because they sell, I would say, probably maybe 10 times more smartwatches are sold, Android with Android software than with Apple software, because the Apple software isn't cheap. As I said, the Apple Watch Sport came in first at $350. Then you have the second Apple Watch, which has a stainless steel casing, and then you have the Apple Watch Edition, which is the top one, which has an 18-karat gold-plated casing, which is £10,000. Now I don't know any of you out there, unless you're Donald Trump or Michael Jordan. Very few of us are going to be able to afford a £10,000 Apple Watch. And to be honest, if you had £10,000, you'd probably buy something different, like a Rolex or some of the great watches, the more fashion watches out there. But Apple are fantastic at giving you what you want, even when you're not sure whether you want it or not. Because me and my partner have been saying, well, why would you need a watch? Why would you need a watch? You've got a phone. But this is perfect for the blind and partially sighted, and I'll explain now. You can send a text on it. You can reply to a text on it. And you can take a call, and you can make a call. Siri is so you pair it up with your Bluetooth so you pair it to your iPhone, and it works with your Bluetooth, and it syncs everything that is synced on your phone. There is a watch app syncs to your watch, so you can make Apple payments with your watch. So if you've got your cards and your passes and things synced to your watch, you can use your watch in a shop, whether it's in Starbucks, or you want to pay for a plane ticket just by moving your watch screen in front of the monitor, in front of the scanner. So that is just amazing, and for a blind and partially sighted person, that's perfect. You can make a call. So the scenario I would put to you is, if you're out and you've got your guide dog, I'm a long cane user, and you're walking along the street and somebody calls you. Usually what I do is I move into the inner shoreline, and then I reach into my bag and I stay in close to the wall, or certainly close into the buildings, and I get my phone out. So I have to take my phone out of the bag. Then I have to open the case, or take it from the sleeve where the phone is situated. Then I have to wake up the phone with my finger, and then go through the motions of swiping and answering the call. Now, if you've got a watch on your wrist, you can literally stop where you stand, swipe, touch the screen, and answer the call. You can do that. You can just stand there, touch the screen, swipe it, answer the call, and then you're speaking to somebody. You want to make a call, you can literally just move yourself to the inner shoreline, press the digital crown, which is on the right-hand side when you're wearing it, and then say to Siri, call Rebecca. And Siri will call Rebecca, and then she's there for you to speak to. Now, obviously, you have to be sensible and obviously think of where you answer phones, because there's nothing worse than when you're on the bus and you've got some silly person, let's just say, man or woman, standing there, phoning their husband or their wife and discussing whether they have chicken or beef, for their evening meal. And whilst they're doing that, there's somebody else, on their phone, discussing whether to have chicken or fish. You don't necessarily want to hear people's huge conversations, but used discreetly and used politely, you know, because there is, you know, phone etiquette now, even though a large percentage of the public totally and utterly ignore it and shout down their phones, whether you're on whether you're in the town centre or on the bus or wherever. But it's absolutely perfect if you're blind and partially sighted. As I said, I've got my watch here, you know, on my wrist, beautiful, and I can just wake it up. I can wake it up, I can get the time, I can set an alarm, I can send a text, I can reply to a text, I can wake up apps, I can play music. It reads my heart rate, which, to be honest, you know, on previous videos I've said before, that's not something I'm interested in. But it gives you all your fitness functions. So it reads your heart rate, it counts your steps when you walk, it encourages you to move about. So you've got a whole kind of activity app that is set into the watch, which encourages you to move, and it's all aligned to the fitness of the watch. And so you package that up with Apple Pay, and you have an amazing, amazing device that works well, you know, with your smartphone. Yes, an Apple Watch only works with an Apple phone. It doesn't work with an Android phone. But really, for a blind and partially sighted person, I would recommend that you get one of these as soon as possible. And the prices are down now. The prices are down, and you can pick up an Apple Watch Sport for under £200 now. And that's not bad, considering that they did come in at $350 originally. So you can get them, you know, below £200. So I just wanted to come on and talk to you all about this and tell you how much of a game changer this is for me, because I will wear this watch all the time, and when I'm out and I'm traveling to meetings and stuff like that, and I can just place a call to my partner, or I can place a call to a friend who's at the meeting, or it's so easy. And as I said, I'm a long cane user, so I can hold my long cane, move into the inner shoreline, and in under 10 seconds, I would go as far as that, maybe even under 5 seconds, I can place a call. That's remarkable. That's remarkable, and no other watch does that. Now, if you think there is another watch that does that, leave your comments below, and tap that like button. If you like the sound of what I've said, if you like the sound of the Apple Watch and you haven't really taken a good look at them because they've been ridiculously expensive and you've been waiting for the price to go down, or tell me what you use. If you're blind and partially sighted, have you been looking at wearable tech and seeing how it can change your life or enhance your life? You know, that's work or social, because you can also do a lot of social things on the watch. You can look, you can glance at your Twitter feed. You can interact with your Twitter feed. You can interact with Facebook but the Facebook is via a third-party client. But you can interact with everything. You can interact with your camera. A very good thing with the camera, just to say, is I could sit here and I'm talking to you on camera now, but I could activate the camera with my watch. So I don't have to reach forward and go to the main screen on the phone. I can activate the camera with my watch. Once again, absolutely brilliant, beautifully optimized by Apple, and typical. They always give you what you want, even when you think you don't want it, and then you realize that you really, really, really want it. Great stuff. So leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what smartwatch you use. Tell me what you genuinely think of wearable tech and whether you've tried anything, or what are you trying, whether you're Android or Apple. Nice one. I'll speak to you all very, very soon. This was Hard Ass Reviews. I'm Geoff Cummings, and you all take a very good care of yourselves. Bye for now.